Salam alaikum, Zahir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa alaikum salam, Ali Hassan. How are you doing?
Good. Honestly, I'm really excited for this. Milton Keynes, probably my second Jamaat, and a few familiar faces that I see who have registered for the quiz. So it'll be interesting to see how we go about with the second version of the Brain of Community. I think we all remember how last year's Brain of Community went by. It was a solid hit. It was so exciting. It was good to have the community together. And I know this time it is social distancing. We cannot meet at the mosque. I'm not based in Milton Keynes right now currently, but it's good to be part of this quiz. It's good to be part of the Milton Keynes family. And Alhamdulillah, I can see the names. I can see the Panjwanis, the Alibais, the Rajanis. It's good to have all these names here. It's been a while since I've been in touch with a few Milton Keynes people, so I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ali Hassan. We're really grateful that you have taken your time to become one of the quiz masters yet again this year, Alhamdulillah. And you were one of the quiz masters along with Jamil Rajani last year, where we conducted our first Brain of the Community at the center. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, unfortunately, this time we do not have barbecue to accompany our quiz, but I've got my chai right here. I hope you have your chai ready because I think it's been iftar time. So
ongoing.
Okay, so Zahir, we had about 19 participants until now. So do we wait for a few minutes before we officially begin the Brain of Community quiz for this year?
Yeah, I think we can give it another two minutes while we talk about the rules and stuff, and then inshallah we will commence. Alhamdulillah, because it's a family sort of quiz that we have this year, unlike last year that we did it in groups of friends and stuff. It's good in a way that families come together, sit, and sort of enjoy this time, having this quiz. And Alhamdulillah, we're almost at the last days of the holy month, and most of the families are quite excited for Eid, inshallah.
It's this side of the world. We've just declared Eid an hour-ish ago, so Eid Mubarak to me. For you guys, you still have the blessings of one more day of this holy month. And inshallah, let us pray. Do remember us in your du'as for tomorrow as well. So Zahir, do we want to go through the rules with the 20 participants that have registered till now and explain them how the quiz is going to be conducted?
Yeah, we'll go to that. But before that, it seems like you've already had your Eid haircut.
Yes, fortunately, and Alhamdulillah, the barbers in Dar are open. They're also coming home in case you want them to come home. So it's been good, and trust me, they're rest assured they're taking all necessary precautions to ensure that safety and social distancing is maintained. However, so this allows us to actually go to the barber and get our mandatory Eid trim. So unfortunately for you guys, I think you have to do it at home. But I feel you've done a decent job as well, Zahir. Not bad for a fade.
We have to get the quarantine cut, as they say. But Alhamdulillah, my wife is skilled enough to get me a Eid haircut just at home. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. I mean, she's not taking part this year, but I believe she was one of the winners of last year's or the first ever Brain of Community. So I think we will honestly miss the winning team. I guess this time it's more of families. So let's see what each of the families and who is going to be the family of the community, or the brains of the community rather. And we have exciting prizes. I saw the trophies already. They look really, really good. I wish I was there to participate, but I guess I'm here moderating this quiz alongside the chairman of Zainabia Sports Club, one of the most vibrant sports clubs right now across the UK. So Alhamdulillah, it's good to be part of this quiz. And I was honestly honored to be part of Zainabia in my time when I was at Milton Keynes. So good job, Zahir. Good job to your team. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Alhamdulillah, it's all teamwork at the end of the day, Aliasan. Alhamdulillah, we've got a fantastic team, doing all the work, and everyone's dedicated in what they do. Alhamdulillah.
So,
I think
Zahir, yeah,
more time we can. If you could start with the rules, please.
sure. Okay, so we're at 21 participants right now. So I'll just quickly go through the rules. This quiz has 40 questions divided over 5 categories. We have, it is mainly for our Milton Keynes community. So the top 3, fortunately or unfortunately, will only be given to the families from Milton Keynes. If you are taking part as a guest, thank you very much for participating. However, rest assured you shall not be counted for the top 3 prizes. I need to make this categorically clear at the start. Secondly, again, 40 questions. When the quiz starts, please head to the live polls whereby the questions will be displayed. You will have options and you have 20 seconds only to answer. Now, 20 seconds were kept because this gives very limited time to use any of our search engines to get an answer, because that is not allowed at all. No use of search engines will be tolerated, because this is a family quiz, it's a fun quiz. I know there's prizes at the end, but we're all here for the spirit of unity and our community. So although Zahir and I will not be watching you, but the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you. The third rule is that we believe that if there is any discrepancies of any sort, it is my favorite rule that the quiz master's decision will be fair, final, and must be respected at all times. We have the live comment section there in case you wish to comment and create a bit of friendly banter. You are allowed to do so. It is, at the end of the day, let us remember that the spirit of this quiz is nothing but for enjoyment. Zahir, have I missed out on anything? If I have, please cover me up.
I think you've covered everything apart from what you hold in your hand currently. So
don't forget your chais. There is no quiz, there is no Koja event without chai. I've got mine sorted. Zahir has got his sorted. I've also got my thermos right here. So in case my mug is empty, the quiz gets intense. I have my chai right here. It's 12:40 a.m. in my side here, so I know my chai will keep me going for the next hour or so. We'll try and complete it within the hour. So apologies in advance if you have any other plans. Zahir, it's 41 minutes past 10 on your side. Do you think we should now officially begin this year's Brain of Community?
Yes, please, Alias. And let's start the quiz now, inshallah.
Great. Zahir, you may do the honors.
Ahsan. So again, there's different categories. There's history, there's a bit of geography, there's a bit of logos, company logos, flags. So we'll start with the flag one first. And if we could have the first question, Aliasan, please.
Sure.
So the questions will be a bit, as soon as they come on your screen, just start answering them, because the YouTube will be slightly late, 10 minutes. So as soon as you see the question, we will announce the questions on the screen, but as soon as you see it on your side, please start answering them.
Yes, I will insist on that. Do not wait for us to speak out the question. Answer it as soon as it pops on your screen. So here we go for the first question of this year's Brain of Community.
So
what country?
Yeah, start please.
Does this flag represent? Yeah. What country does this flag represent? Zay, I'm sure you're good at flags.
Well, it's a bit confusing. You see, some flags do sort of go with each other. And I mean, to be honest, if you see the answers, my personal preference would be Palestine as well.
Okay. So
yeah, United Arab Emirates. Let's see the actual answer.
All right then, the actual answer. Here, what is
Sudan.
It? Oh.
So a lot of people will miss this, but it looks quite similar to the Palestinian flag, but the colors are different.
Oh, even I missed it. Honestly, I didn't know about this.
And
Okay,
I've
so
just, I mean, if you notice
hmm,
on the screen, you can see there's only 13 people who've actually answered that. So I'd strongly recommend as soon as you see it, answer it because you'll miss that turn.
yes,
So as
I
soon as
will
it comes on
keep
the screen,
insisting this. Please do not wait for us to speak out the question. As soon as it pops up on your screen, please answer it as soon as possible. You only have 20 seconds. If you have missed out on the first question, do not worry. You have 39 more questions to go. So we are with the next question. What country does this flag represent?
again, quite a tricky one.
Again, yeah. After the first one, I think every question seems to be tricky.
Well, the idea was to make it quite difficult because it's a family. Everyone's going to be sitting together. Everyone's got different ideas, so they all sort of share their ideas and put it on table and said, "This is what I think."
Okay, so we have wow, it's 25% said Maldives, 6% said Afghanistan, 25% said Armenia, and the rest 44% said Azerbaijan. Again, Zahir, only 16 people have managed to answer this question. So let us see what the right answer is. The correct answer is indeed Maldives. Well done to all those who got it correct. Once again, Zahir, and I will keep insisting, please, please, please do answer the question. You only have 20 seconds. So keep your eyes on the screen. Do not try and use search engines because that won't work within the time you've gotten. So off we are to question number 3. What country does this flag represent?
So you understand what I mean by this question and the first flag. It's very
This is,
confusing.
yeah, wow.
You
I
have to
think
have a good
without giving much of a hint, let's see what the participants have to say. Okay, then time is up. 81% say Jordan, 19% said South Sudan. None of them think it's Syria or Iraq. Let's see what the right answer is. Correct, Zahir. I think now we've got majority who answered. 81% answered Jordan. Again, 16 people only managed to answer. The rest, 5 or 6. Please, please, please ensure that you answer the question and do not wait for us to speak out the question. Off we are to the next question. What country does this flag represent? It's got nice colors, though.
Yeah, it can be confusing again because there's quite a few countries with similar sort of flags.
Make sure you answer the question. There is no way you should not be answering. So, again, time is up. Let's see what. Okay, so 80% say it's Armenia. If that's how it's pronounced. It is pronounced this way in our side of the world. So I don't know about the UK, but this is how we pronounce it. So let's see whether majority of our families managed to get the answer correct. Oh yeah, okay. It seems that the participants are getting on track now. 80% got the right answer. Again, I will keep insisting after every question. Only 15 minutes to answer this. Please, please, please make sure you answer it within the 20-second time frame. And off we are to the next question. What country does this flag represent?
Right.
Quite,
I mean, I'll let
it looks very familiar.
go past because I don't want to give the answer away so while talking. But it's quite a popular sort of country.
Okay, then. Zahir, I guess it's not very popular with the participants because 33% say it's Tunisia, 7% believe it's Senegal, and 60% believe it's Morocco. So let's see what the correct answer is. Morocco it is. Okay. It seems that 60% of the participants got it right.
Yeah, a very popular tourist destination, I must say.
I think you went there last year?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Zahir, take us to the next questions then.
Yeah, let's move on to the next question. So we're on the logo sort of questions now, and if we go to the next question for us, Alias, please.
Okay, you want me to take? Okay, then the next question is: What company does this logo represent? Again, please ensure that you answer within the 20-second time frame. Do not wait for us to spell out the question.
So if someone would have asked me this question, I would have said it's Pepsi, or strawberry flavored Pepsi or something.
One of those. Okay, so 79% believe it's Safeway, and let us see whether it is the correct answer. Okay, our participants are getting a hang of it. It's good. Again, we're only getting 14 participants out of the 22 who are answering. I hope you're answering where the live polls are and you're not answering on the comment section. Please do not answer on the comment section. Answer on the live polls. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. What company does this logo represent?
Interesting.
Do you have a clue, Zahir? I don't.
No, to be honest, all these logos have been prepared by myself, so I know each and every one of them.
All right, then.
But if I was to guess, I probably wouldn't be able to.
All right, then. I had no clue, so let's see what the correct answer is. Okay, 93% got the right answer. Malibu is the correct answer. And okay, we'll move on to the next question. What company does this logo represent?
There's a comment that's just come in. I mean, to be honest, I had no clue that that particular brand before Malibu was alcohol.
Oh, all right then.
There's a comment that has come to say, people know their alcohol, eh?
I will reserve my comments on that. I think I'll just go on and present the correct answer for this one. So let's see what the correct answer is. 25% is Red Mountain, 75% is Quicksilver. So let's see what the correct answer is. Yes, 75% got it correct. Okay, there's tough competition now. Let's move on to the next question. What company does this logo represent?
We have got another comment to say, is the Carlsberg logo next?
Okay, we don't mind the friendly banter. Keep it coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. 69% believe that they have got the correct answer. Let's see what the correct answer is. Correct. Zahir, I think our participants are doing well. I think some of the participants are not answering the polls. They are commenting the answers. That does not work. Unfortunately, your answer is not accepted that way. So please do answer it on the live polls. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. What company does this logo represent? Zoe, can you assist here, please?
So it's on the screen now.
All right, thank you.
I don't even remember the answers.
Wow, neither do I. Totally blank. Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. All right, then 81% got it correct. I think now the competition in the first 10 questions or so seems to be within this 81% participants. So these families are neck and neck, I guess. And let's see whether they have the nerves to get until the 40th question like this and be the brains of the community, I guess. So we'll move on to our next question. Who is the current presenter of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That
Is
is
it?
an interesting question, Zahir.
Yeah, is it Noel Edmonds, Eamon Holmes, Jeremy Clarkson, or
Oh, Jim.
Jimmy Carr?
All right, there's quite a few different answers. 71% believe it's Jeremy Clarkson, 24% believe it's Eamon Holmes, 6% believe it's Noel Edmonds. Zahir, what do you think is the correct answer?
Well, to be honest, I do follow Who Wants to Be a
Mhm.
Millionaire, and I did watch the new 2019, late 2019, 2020 series,
Mhm.
and it is indeed none other than I forgot. I've just lost the word from the actor who was taking part in this particular series. It's Jeremy Clarkson.
It is
Do you remember what show
correct.
he? It's about
No,
the
Zahir,
cars.
totally.
It's completely
Maybe our
2000.
participants can tell us in the comment section. Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe our participants can tell us in the comment section what
Yeah.
show, what series. Yeah. So participants, feel free to comment, but I hope when you're commenting, do not miss out on the next question, because you will miss out. 20 seconds is not a long time, so you end up missing out, because you need to understand, yeah, correct answers do matter, but also
Oh, yeah.
the amount of time you take to answer the question also matters. So without further ado, we'll move on to our
Yeah.
next question.
Actually, it's Top Gear. I just got a comment
Top
saying
Gear,
Top
yeah,
Gear.
okay, yeah. I
That's the
used to
one.
watch
Yeah.
Top Gear as well.
Thank you for whoever's messaged me.
All right, then we'll move on to the next question.
Yeah.
How
So
many? Okay, I love this question. How many Weasleys appear in the Harry Potter books? I'm a massive fan of Harry Potter, so let's see
I have
if the
no clue about.
participants are massive fans as well.
I have absolutely
Is
no
it
clue about Harry Potter.
7, 8, 9, or 10?
All I know is
Uh,
he's the one who wears the round glasses.
those glasses were in trend for some time, but I guess they are not anymore. Yep, 41% believe there are 9 Weasleys, 29% believe there were 8, and 29% also believe there are 7. So let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is indeed 9. Well done to all the Harry Potter fans out there. Good job with answering it correct. Zahir, do we move on to the next question?
Yes, please. Yeah, let's move on to the next question.
All right, then. Who is the current Prime Minister of Spain?
Can
All
you
of them
pronounce
sound
it?
like football players to me. So it'll be interesting to see which football player is the current Prime Minister of Spain. And the time is up. So 63% believe it's Pedro Sanchez. Again, sounds like a football guy. Can I know who answered Arturo Vidal? Okay, with that, I guess we'll just present the answer. The answer is indeed Pedro Sanchez. Arturo Vidal, I'm sure, is not the current Prime Minister. Arturo Vidal is not even Spanish, for that matter. So I'm sorry to the one who answered that. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. What was the name of the space flight that first landed humans on the moon? Apollo 11, Apollo 7, Apollo 13, or Apollo 1? 4 options,
Do
7
you think
seconds.
the moon landing was real?
Ah, are you one of them ones who believe it was a conspiracy theory?
Probably. So it's a bit hard
Zahir, we
for me
want
to.
the participants to go on until question number 40. If they see that we're coming to this debate, some of them might get offended and end up leaving our quiz. So again, for the second question, I'll still reserve my comments until probably after the quiz, where I will present my theories that might arguably not be accepted by all. So 69% believe it was Apollo 11. Let's see whether that's the correct answer. Yes, it is. Well done to all those who answered it correct. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Which element is represented by the symbol Hg? Four options. Zahir, this reminds me. Yeah, I think I know this. I studied science like 9 years ago, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what the correct answer is. Do you? Do you remember anything about science?
It's a good question. Well, I don't know anything about science, to be honest. All I know is about technology. Although science and
Technology, right?
technology go hand in hand, but I've just taken science off and I'm more into technology. But don't compare me with sort of, well, we don't want to go into that topic anyway, so I think we'll skip it for now.
I mean, for Zahir, you were in there for some time. I think you must have remembered Abdul Wahid, who was one of the masterminds of chemistry, and I think he's the one who taught me this. But again, let's see what the correct answer is. I don't think all our participants know the correct answer, so let's see if the 69% who answered it. Yeah, they got it correct. It is indeed Mercury that is represented by that symbol. We'll move on to the next question. Kiev, yeah, is capital of which European country? Is it Slovakia? Is it Ukraine, Belarus, or Russia? This is pretty simple. For those of you who watch Champions League, you would probably guess what the correct answer is. Again, we've had 18 people who've answered. 100%. It's the first answer that every participating family
I think this
answered it.
deserves a salawat, I think, like the
Yeah,
TV.
indeed. Please, as families, one of your loudest salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli. Zahir, I think, were you having mercy on the participants when you put up this question? Because it was pretty simple.
Sorry, say again?
Were you having mercy on the participants? Or are you going easy on them by putting up this question?
Well, to be honest, there is someone else behind all this work that has been done in terms of questioning, and it's obviously none other than Abbas Danji.
I thought you'd keep it as a mystery.
I hope he's hiding in his room while his family plays the quiz, and I'm sure he is, because I am talking to him at the moment as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Abbas, wherever you are, please hide. Otherwise, your family will be after you. So let's move on to the next question. Sorry. Yep. Which is the highest mountain outside of Asia? Thank you, Zahir, for this question. I think the only thing that made me happy is that Tanzania is mentioned, regardless of whether it's the correct answer or not. But it's mentioned alongside Russia, Argentina, and the Himalayas. So let's see what the correct answer is. So 78% believe it is the Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. Let's see whether they got it correct. Oh, wow. 78% got it wrong. They, I think the Panjwanis are taking part in this quiz, and I think Zahid has conquered Mount Kilimanjaro. So Zahid, if you answer this, I won't blame you because you've managed to get to the Uhuru Peak. But for the rest of you, thank you very much for choosing Tanzania. It's an honor. We're humbled, but your answer is incorrect. Those 17% who got Argentina, well done. Next question. What is the most southern state in the United States? Is it Texas? Is it Hawaii? Is it Florida? Or is it New York? Zahir, do you know this? Or is it one of those Abbas Danji? Abbas Danji is a soft spot for Florida, for sure, because he goes there quite often. He's got family there. So I'm not surprised if Abbas Danji is the one who's put up this question. 56% believe it's Florida. Let's see what the correct answer is. Sorry, I was just refilling my chai. Oh, it's Hawaii. So 19% got it correct. Only really sorry to the 25% who answered Texas, the 56% who answered Florida. Maybe better luck in the next question. We'll move on.
I think, sorry, go on.
Yep. Because is this one of your questions?
Yeah, what is the capital city of Bermuda?
Yeah. Is it
Adamstown, Stanley, Hamilton, or Allentown? Well, by the word Bermuda, we always think the Bermuda Triangle. That's all we know, you see.
And I'm sure that I think a few football players come from there, if I'm not mistaken. I've forgotten their names, but let's see, 63% believe Hamilton is the capital city. So is that the correct answer? Yes, it is. Well done. I think you've got your capital city knowledge spot on. Zahir, would you mind taking us through the next question?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've been getting comments about my haircut. Thank you all who are liking it. And then I've got someone saying wearing a topi in lockdown. Oh, it looks like a black topi, yes. But it incorporates both the quarantine, lockdown, and Ramadan as well. Because you know when it's Ramadan, when you see your local people wearing a topi.
But yeah, good job, decent job with the fade though.
All right, so let's move on.
Right. Let's move on to the next question. Zahir, are you taking us to the next question?
Yeah. How many countries border Afghanistan? So is it 5, 6, 7, or 8? Again, another tricky question. What do you think, Aliasan?
Yeah, I'm not. First of all, Zahir, before we move on to the answer, it's good to see that we've got some people who are supporting Tanga line. We have none other than Kumal Diwani out there. So thank you, Kumal. Zahir is from Tanga, and he's doing a good job for sure. He's putting the Tanga name flying high. Yeah, Zahir, back to the question. How many countries border Afghanistan? No, I don't have any clue about how many countries border. But again, our participants, 39% believe 5, 44% believe 6. Can you give us the correct answers here?
Yeah, so the correct answer is indeed 6.
6. Oh, well done. Was close.
Afghanistan, yes.
All right then. Ray, are you taking us to the next question?
Yeah. So the next question is, which of these teams have won the most NBA championships?
Oh, wow.
Is it Chicago Bulls, Boston Celtics, LA Lakers, or Utah Jazz?
Utah Jazz.
Any? I don't know if there is any basketball fans out there.
Yeah, I'm not one of those, but Zahir, don't you think the participants are unsure because you see some of them answering Boston Celtics and then they change their answers and then they move on to the Lakers? I guess time's up. Can you give us the correct answers here?
Yes, the correct answer is Boston Celtics.
Okay, only 11% got it correct. Now, I'm not a basketball fan. And we're now to the onto the sports round. So this is going to be interesting. I know Milton Keynes have really good knowledge about sports. So let's see what's in store. Zahir, would you mind taking us to the next question?
Sure. The next question now is the 2019 Rugby World Cup was hosted in which country? Is it Brazil, France, Japan, or the United Kingdom? Again, I have no clue about rugby.
I think I was following it for some time, but let's see what the correct answer is. 56% believe it's Japan. So, Zahir, would you mind doing the honors?
So the answer is indeed Japan. Japan was
well done. I never knew Japan actually hosted the Rugby World Cup. Leave aside whether they were playing or not. So, well done. Zahir, are you taking us to the next question of sports?
Yeah. So, who won the first Cricket World Cup in 1975? Wow. Is it A, India, B, Pakistan, C, South Africa, or D, West Indies? So I'm sure most of the current generation were not, born by then. But I'm sure this is a question for the elderly in the family who have been sort of following cricket for a long time now, and still do basically.
So are you fighting with the like? So I think Uncle Noshad, and then we have I don't think Mr. Ali Bhai was there, but I'm sure he has good cricket knowledge because he was one of the players for cricket. And we've
Yeah.
got quite a few of our seniors who are taking part. The Rajanis are there as well, so they should be having good knowledge about this. Zahir, could you give us the answer? Because 67% are confident it is West Indies.
Yeah, and I believe it is West Indies is the correct answer. So well
Well
done
done.
to those who answered it. They surely do know their cricket very well. So moving on to the next question. Who was the last British cyclist to win the Tour de France? I don't know if I've pronounced it correctly. Tour de France? Is it
Pardon me as well on that, but I think you've got it correct.
I'm not
Okay, so
gonna
60.
pronounce all those options because that'd be hard to pronounce, and I don't want the viewers to laugh at me.
Okay, we've covered your tracks, don't we? Okay, 59% believe it's Bradley Wiggins, if I've got the pronunciation correct. So, Zahir, can you give us what the correct answer is?
The answer
Okay.
is Geraint. Is it Geraint Thomas or Geraint Thomas?
Whatever it is, I think only 41% managed to get it correct. So, let's move on to the next question.
Which team? Now this is an interesting one. Which team has never won the Champions League / European Cup? Is it Arsenal, Aston Villa, Porto, or Milan? So I'm sure we've got so many football fans out there. Let's see what they have come up with.
I think you know what, Zahir, I'm done with this quiz, man. How can you put such a question about a team that has never won the Champions League or the European Cup? How can you even have Arsenal in one of the options, man? That is unfair. I mean, I'm sure, Zahir, this is not you who said this question. I'm sure it's the person hiding in his room. But Zanji, I mean, appreciate the fact that I'm not in Milton Keynes because I would have come after you for putting up this question. This is unfair, man. This is not what you do to a moderator who's away from Milton Keynes. But no worries. I'll get back to you some other time. 1-0 is the score between you and I, Abbas. Let's move on to the next question. Zahir, I can't keep seeing this question.
Let's move on to the next question then. What country was Alexander the Great the king of? So is it Ukraine, Macedonia, Greece, or Rome?
Again, this participants are unsure. You see, like this 47% believe it's Greece, and then changing their answers to Ukraine or Rome. Zahir, can you give us the correct answer?
Yeah. So the correct answer is Macedonia.
Indeed. Well done to the 56% who got it correct.
Yeah, quite strong history there, which is very good. So I will move on to the next question. Who painted
I hope everyone's got their chai on the stove, huh?
Sorry?
I hope everyone's got their chai on the stove. Yeah, sorry, Zahir, you were asking the question? Who painted the mural?
Who painted the mural of the Last Supper? Is it Vincent van Gogh, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, or Pablo Picasso?
Yeah, I mean, excuse our pronunciation. I think Zahir, even I remember where this question came. I think even the Stenmorian struggled with the pronunciation. Yeah. So I think
I should be excused too then.
Yeah. Okay. Can you give us the correct answer, Zahir?
So the correct answer is Leonardo da Vinci.
Well done.
Yeah. So we're moving on to the 28th question now.
Okay, we're getting there. 28th question. It's close.
Yeah. Which country did the UK battle in the Falklands War? Is it Japan, Germany, Argentina, or Jersey?
Wow, okay. 75% believe it's Argentina. Well, now, well, positive reduced. Zahir, I think there's a large number of our participants who are confident it is Argentina. So, can you guide us to whether Argentina is the correct answer? Wow, well done. 75%, 76% managed to get it correct.
Yeah. Right. Let's move on to the next one then. 29th question. In which year did the American Civil War begin? Was it 1861, 1873, 1881, or 1880?
Hmm.
So again, not something that I'm a fan of really. History
Same.
was never something that I was keen into.
You only asked me whether when the Madi War was. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's something we probably learned back in primary, but don't ask me about the American Civil War. But I guess our participants seem to be confident. 59% believe it's 1861. Zahir, can you tell us what the correct answer is?
The correct answer is 1861. So
Well
59%.
done.
Well done. Right, so we move to the last question of this category. Who was the founder of the Ottoman Empire?
Fine.
Is it Osman I, Murad I, Mehmed II, or Mustafa II?
So, yep, I think it's more like Osman the First, I guess, if that's how you pronounce it. But 88% believe that is the correct answer. Zahir, I think the time's up. Can you tell us what the correct answer is? Yep, 88% got it correct. So I guess
Yeah,
people do know their history. They do know who was the founder of the Ottoman Empire.
yeah. I think we'll move to the last 10 questions of the quiz.
Last 10 questions to determine who is going to be the brain, or rather the brains of the community, for that matter, if you are taking part as a family. So, for the 31st question, Zahir, are you taking us through?
Yeah, if you can take us through the next 10
Sure.
questions, which are
Next
the
and the
Islamic questions now. So let's
all right,
test your
next
knowledge
and the
of Islam.
okay, final 10 questions, Islamic questions. Let's see. I think until now we've seen very good general knowledge. People have good knowledge about sports as well. So let's see how good you are with Islamic knowledge. So, to the next question. Who was the first martyr of Islam? Was it Hazrat Hamza? Was it Sumayya? Was it Hazrat Abu Talib? Or was it Bibi Khadija? Hazrat Hamza, Sumayya, Hazrat Abu Talib, or was it Bibi Khadija? 47% believe it was Hazrat Hamza. 41% believe it was Sumayya. 6% believe it was Hazrat Abu Talib, and the rest believe it was Bibi Khadija. Zahir, do you have a clue of what the right answer is?
To be honest, so obviously the Islamic questions were prepared by yourself, so
Yep.
I have no idea. I haven't seen them. To be
Okay, then
honest, so,
the correct answer is Sumayya. She was the mother of Ammar, Yasir, and the second martyr of Islam was Yasir, the father of Ammar Yasir. So Sumayya was first martyred, followed by Yasir. So well done to the 41% who got this correct. Hazrat Hamza was martyred in the Battle of Ahad, and he was not the first one. Let us move on to the next question. Which famous dua was recited by Imam Sajjad either during the evening or at dawn during the month of Ramadan that includes the praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and explains us on how to seek salvation and ask for forgiveness? Is it dua Makarim al-Akhlaq? Is it dua Tawbah? Is it dua Mashlul? Or okay, yes, let's see what the correct answer is. Zahir, what's the correct answer?
Hamza, Dua Abu
Dua Abu
Hamza
Hamza.
Sumayya.
It's one of the most recommended duas for this month. It is quite a long dua, but it's got beautiful recitations by Imam Sajjad. It is not dua Tawbah, and for those of you who got it, I will say dua Tawbah is not the correct answer. I think dua Makarim al-Akhlaq was taught by Imam Sajjad, not dua Tawbah. But I'm stand to be corrected. However, the answer to this question is indeed Dua Abu Hamza al-Thumali. We'll move on to the next question. Yes. Mention the companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who is mentioned in the Quran. Is it A. Zayd bin Harith? Is it Salman al-Farsi? Is it Ammar Yasir? Or is it Kumail bin Ziyad? So, hey, did you know that a companion of the Prophet was mentioned in the Quran?
No, to be honest, I wasn't aware of it. But to be honest, by doing the quiz itself, I'm also learning new things, which is very positive. It is something that we sort of normally don't. We do hear it during Majlis, but then when we do it sort of practically on quizzes and stuff, it sort of remains in our head, which is very good.
Yeah, like I didn't know about this. When I was searching for questions, that's when I came to know that there was a companion, and it was none other than indeed 50% got it correct. Zayd bin Harith is mentioned in the Holy Quran. Well done to the 50% who got it correct. Salman al-Farsi is not mentioned in the Quran. We'll move on to the next question. What, according to the Quran, is the root cause of the evil? Is it backbiting? Is it jealousy? Is it gambling? Or is it alcohol? Okay, then time is up. 50% believe it's jealousy, 38% believe it's backbiting. None of them believe it's gambling. So I guess we'll see what the correct answer is. Yep, the 13% got it correct. Alcohol is the correct answer. If I'm not mistaken, it's mentioned in either Surah Baqarah or Surah Al Imran. So well done to the 13% who got this. Next question. How long did Prophet Muhammad ﷺ receive the revelation of the Quran in Mecca? Was it 10 years? Was it 12 years? Was it 13 years? Or was it 15 years? It's a pretty simple and straightforward question. I'm sure the majority will get it correct. And, well, closer than I expected. 47% believe it was 12 years, 27% believe it was 13, and 10 years respectively. The correct answer is 13 years in Makkah and 10 years in Medina. So well done. Next question is, which surah is regarded as the heart of the Quran? Is it Surah Rahman? Is it Surah Yasin? Is it Surah Fatiha? Or is it Surah Al-Alaq? You just have to pronounce it for Khalij. So Zahir, we're down now to the final few questions.
Yes.
What number are we in, Zahir?
Sorry, say again?
What number are we in with the questions?
So we've done 36 questions so far.
36 questions. So we're now down to the final few questions of the brain of the community for this year. So let's see which family can make it through and become the top, or we become the brains of the community. Or if it's individual, then well done, you become the brain of community for this year. So the correct answer, 81% believe it's Surah Yasin. Well done, it is at the heart of the Quran. And indeed, so 81%, well done. So we move on to the next question. Dua Iftitah was taught to us by, is it Imam Ali alayhi salam? Is it Imam Mahdi ajallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif? Is it Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? Or is it Imam Sajjad alayhi salam? Pretty simple question. We've been reciting Dua Iftitah this whole month. Milton Keynes have been doing a fantastic, they've been really good with all their live programs, and I'm sure that everyone out there, those who are participating, those who are watching, will appreciate what the community has done so far. The Quran Khani, the duas, brilliantly done. Even I was watching for some of the days, so well done to the organizing team and for all the volunteers who've been helping out. 50% believe it is indeed Imam Mahdi who answered it. Zahir, I'm sure you've been up to date with Dua Iftitah this month. Can you tell us who taught us this beautiful recitation?
Well, to be honest, I was just trying to get something else. It is Imam Mahdi, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, then, Zahir, let's see if your answer is correct. Yes, indeed. Well done, Chairman.
Ahsan.
Good job. All right, then we'll move on to the next question.
So yeah.
Which surah in the Quran where in each ayat the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been mentioned? Is it Surah Mujadila? Is it Surah Naba? Is it Surah Mulk? Or is it Surah Al-Qaf? Zahir, you have any idea about this?
No, to be honest.
No?
No.
Okay, 27% believe it is Surah Al-Mujadila, 20% only believe it's Surah Al-Naba, 53% believe it's Surah Al-Mulk, a famous surah that we recite whenever a death occurs in our community. None of the participants believe it was Surah Al-Qaf. So let us kill the suspense and see what the correct answer is. The correct answer is indeed Surah Al-Mujadila. Well done to the 27% who got it correct. So Zahir, we're down to now what, the last but one, or is it the last question?
So we're down to the last two questions, and well, this could literally determine the ranks between those who get it correct and may go up, and to those who get it incorrect, they may fall below. However, before we get to the next question, since everyone is watching online, I think we're just about 80% of the Ramadan fund for our center for this year. And for those who still wish to donate, the Just Giving page is still open. And we would urge you to donate towards our center. Although the center is closed, yes, but there is incurring costs going on. And for that, we do need to, well, the EC need to pay for the bills. So I would highly encourage and ask for you to donate towards the Ramadan fund, which the page, if you search on the Just Giving page, you will find it under KSIMK Ramadan 2020, and you can make your donations there, or you can contact the treasurer of our Jamaat, who is Brother Zuhair Hirji, and he can assist you in getting the transaction done. So I'd request everyone to please donate so that the EC can reach their target towards the this year's Ramadan fund, inshallah.
Inshallah. I mean, Zahir, I'm sure all those in the UK and in Milton Keynes are lucky to have one more day for the holy month of Ramadan, because the Almighty promises, the Almighty assures that if you give in charity for this month, He is going to return in manifold, and it's going to count for more than what you've given. So please, please, please donate generously. The center is doing an amazing job. The community is doing, has been organizing various initiatives. They've been doing programs online. So please, they've reached 80% of the target. There's 20%, one day remaining. Please donate generously, and inshallah, your reward will lie with the Almighty. So, Zahir, do we move on to the last but one question?
Yes, let's move on. If you do the honors for the next questions, please.
Sure. It's. I think now we're down to the make or break question. So do not lose hope. We don't know, and you don't know what the rankings are. So give it your best, and inshallah, the best of the participants will be the next brain of Africa. So the next question is: the longest ayah in the Holy Quran is it Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 255? Is it Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 282? Is it Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 225? Or is it Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 183? So let's see if, I guess now the options are all in Surah Al-Baqarah. So let's see whether you know what the longest ayah, or where the longest ayah in the Quran is. So 44% believe it.
You know, during Quran Khana, we go through the longest ayah, and we tend not to sort of keep it in mind as to what ayat number that is. But it's a very good question, and we can see
Zahid, I hope that Zahid is getting this answer correct, because if he is not, then I think Zaid we have trouble after this, because I think Zaid has been conducting or has been part of the Quran Khane program.
Yes, Zaid has been assisting together with the EC in terms of hosting the Quran Khani sessions. And Alhamdulillah, we've after speaking to him, we've had good turnouts. Alhamdulillah, at times we had less people join. At times we had, Alhamdulillah, good. But inshallah, you know, I'll give you my personal experience. Sort of, I used to tend to feel sort of shy when I recite Quran in public and stuff. I think, oh, people are going to laugh at me. But that's the way you build your confidence. When you sort of start, sort of public speaking, and you start reciting in public, you build your confidence that way, and then you sort of learn in small groups. You learn how to recite. You understand the makhraj. At times, you've got the teacher who's also explaining you about the ayat that you recite, the meaning of the ayat and everything. So it's quite useful. And inshallah, hopefully by next year we'll have the center open, and we will be able to sort of take part again in our normal routine of Quran Khani rather than the online one. But alhamdulillah, it went very well. It was a success, alhamdulillah, and inshallah, let's pray next year we have the center back up and running by the time the pandemic is over as well, inshallah.
I mean, inshallah, yeah. Again, thank you very much to the organizers, the coordinators. I mean, the reward of a teacher who teaches the Holy Quran is, there's no comparison. So well done, inshallah. Indeed, the reward of teaching and guiding us with the Holy Quran lies with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so the correct answer is indeed Surah Baqarah, verse number 282. So well done to the 44% who managed to get it correct. So Zahir, we're down to the final question. As the chairman, can you do the honors of taking us through to the final question of this year's Brain of Community?
Yeah, we'll move to the last question now. But before that, I just remembered something. When we were talking about the donations and stuff. Some of you might have heard this before, but it's a joke that I heard of someone today, and it's the treasurer of the community comes forward in front of the community and says, "Right, Mu'mineen, I have good news and I've got bad news for you. Which one would you like to hear first?" So the community says, "Well, we'll hear the good news first." And we'll hear the bad news first. And the bad news is that sorry, my bad. It's the good news first. So let's hear the good news. The good news is that we have reached our target of the fundraising for this year's Ramadan. Everyone recites salawat, yeah? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And he goes, the bad news is that the money is still in your pockets.
Because there's never a time whereby you reach the target, I'm sure, because there's a lot of need for every community, because there's so much that goes into the running of the centers, the organizing of the program. So I think it all comes down to the community members coming out and donating generously, which I hope the Milton Keynes community is quite generous. So Zahir, I'm sure by tomorrow you'll give me a call and tell me, you know what, Ali Hassan, we've reached the 100% target, and this generous community will make it to 100%. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that you do end up donating generously, and inshallah your reward will indeed right with the Almighty. So Zahir, are you taking us to the final question? And I think the determining question of who is going to be the next Brain of Community for this year 2020.
Yeah. So the next question is, when did Ghaibat-e Kubra end? When did Ghaibat-e Kubra end? Is it 329 AH, 455 AH, 325 AH, and none of the above? So after Hijrah is the term AH for?
AH.
And we can see
So
that 31%, let's say 329, while the 69% have said none of the above.
none of the above. Interesting. I know I said this question, so it'll be interesting to see what people have to say. So for the final questions here, can you give us the answer of when did Ghaibat Kubra end?
So the answer is none of the above.
Ghaibat Kubra is
So,
not ended; it is still ongoing. Our Imam is in Ghaibat Kubra. So I'm sorry to the 31% who answered 329 age. That is not for Ghaibat Kubra. That is for Ghaibat Sugra. Ghaibat Kubra is still in place, and Alhamdulillah, our Imam is there. We pray for his early reappearance. We pray for his safety as well. And Zahir, so 40 questions passed by quick. It was Alhamdulillah, it was good to see the variations, the participants who've been answering. Some of them got it correct in almost every question. Those close competition, I believe, within the participants. So Zahir, can you please present to us the leaderboard? Let's see which family is the brain of the community 2020.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got a guest participant who has taken part and has done quite well.
Whoever that is.
Top. No, well done to that participant for answering all the correct, most of the correct questions. But we unfortunately you will not qualify for the actual competition. So we will consider the second, third, and the fourth of the leaderboard as the first, second, and the third. So for the first time, the winner of the person the family who's taking the first place in this brain of the community 2020 is none other than the Sadak family.
Oh, so is it Abbas Sadak?
Yes. MashaAllah. Okay, congratulations to the Sadak family.
Murabbi Abbas Sadak, I believe.
Yeah, I hope he hasn't used Google. I'm joking.
I hope so too. But no, I'm sure Abbas is well done to the Sadak family.
Yeah.
Followed by our individual participant, Brother Ali Raza Versi. And the third position is none other than Brother Ammar Farishta. Well done to all the top three. And we have, I think, in fourth position we had the Rizwan Rajani family. So well done. The prizes are for the top three, I believe, Zahir.
Yes.
And we shall not obviously count the guest, but to the rest, congratulations, well done. The Sadak family, well done for being this year's, I guess, the brains of the community, family edition. Well done, Zahir, for coordinating and organizing this. Well done to your team, Abbas Danji. And I guess this was a request from our Muki, that Raza Lakhani was one of our members who was insisting on us having a quiz. So Raza, this was for you. Zahir, any final message to our viewers and our participants?
Well, to be honest, I'd like to thank each and every participant for taking their time to come and enjoy this as a family. And inshallah, we will have many more coming forward. Inshallah, we will have many more events like these, family events, and hopefully, inshallah, by next year we'll be back to our normal Ramadan barbecue. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
As for preparation of all this, personally, I'd like to thank the committee for all the hard work. All of them have been involved in all aspects of getting this done together. Each and every member of the committee has been part of this, whether it be preparing or it be giving suggestions on how to do it or helping in finding questions. Obviously, not forgetting Ali Raza Jafar, who has very good ties for us in terms of getting the trophies done on time and get it delivered right on time for the quiz. And all the participants, the winners, I'd like to congratulate them. And inshallah, we will deliver the trophies at your place, contactless, inshallah. And to all the participants, those the guests who've taken part, thank you for taking part. I hope you enjoyed. Inshallah, next time we will have something that incorporates every other Jamaat as well. It is a bit of a hard work, but
It is.
obviously, given that we have our annual sort of quizzes that we do in our center every year, that was the idea again to do it online this year. And inshallah, we'll try and get more quizzes done in the future. I'd like to thank everyone, especially you, Ali Hassan, for
Thank you for having me on this quiz. Feels good to be giving back to the Milton Keynes community and Zainabia Sports Club. You guys always made me feel at home. I never missed Dar Islam except for, I think, a few times when I was there. So it's the least I could do. Thank you very much. I'm honored to have actually been able to have moderated this quiz alongside the chairman. So it's an absolute honor to be co-hosting with you, Zahir. And thank you, Zainabia Sports Club, the committee, Skipper Reza Jaffer, thank you as well. And thank you to all those who participated and who have been watching this quiz. Thank you very much. Before I hand over to you, Zahir, Eid Mubarak in advance to you and to all those who have been participating and watching. Inshallah, make the most of your fast tomorrow, and may the Almighty accept all our deeds in this month. And thank you very much once again.
Inshallah. I mean, there's one person who we can't forget, who actually gave us access to this platform, and that was none other than Shahid Ali Khaki from Stanmore. We'd like to thank him personally for giving us the opportunity to use the Hujjat Slido account. So thank you very much, Shahid Ali, for that.
Thank you very much, Shahid Ali.
And I think as a closing note, I would like to request every participant to please remember our marhumeens by reciting a Surah Fatiha, Al-Fatiha.
Indeed. Thank you, Zahir, for remembering our marhumeen. There's a few who have always been supportive, and especially Baij. I'm sure everyone here misses Baij. He was one person who we always loved having. He was there last year. He was there in our barbecue. So let us remember him as well, and all our marhumeen in our duas, inshallah. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your sahri for the last one. And once again, Zahir, nice haircut, by the way.
Hassan.
All right, then.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.